I wanted to talk with you today in a different environment about why I left teaching in America, why I left the entire teaching system. There's a lot of reasons why. I was no longer happy in teaching in America. Lack of resources. Anything that any other teacher would say as to why they leave the profession, it would be the same thing I would say. Lack of resources, lack of support, the cultural bias in the funding, discipline problems, no respect in the classroom, no respect outside of the classroom. All of those things were true, but I didn't hate my kids. Okay, I started to hate the system, but I didn't hate my kids. I still loved it. Still love teaching and making a difference. Standardized testing was a major reason why I left. The education system in America is flawed. I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that. It's flawed, fundamentally flawed, from the root to the top. Right? And there's a lot of things that need to change. There's a lot of laws that are being made that challenge what we do. Okay? They make everything that much harder. But while I was there in America, it became a stress bubble for me and for everybody else around me too. So the pressure that the superintendent was giving the principals was passing down to us, and that was going to the kids. And it was simple things like you have to do what they say. They were micromanaging our classrooms, and they wanted all the teachers to have this cookie cutter system of doing things in the classroom. It was like, well, wait a minute now. Is that really necessary? Do we all have to do this the exact same way, even though we don't teach the same thing, same grade level, same? And it seems like that. And then here was the thing. When we would meet as teachers, now this is just my school, but it was going on all over. Everything would make you lose your job. Any day now, you can lose your job. If you don't have these things on the board, you can lose your job. If you don't send the notes out to the parents, you can lose your job. If you don't tutor, you can lose your job. If these kids don't pass this state test, you can lose your job. Who wants to work in that toxic environment where everything I do is being threatened? When I know for a fact that every day I'm putting in 115% to make sure that the kids are doing what they're supposed to do, and I am teaching what I'm supposed to teach. Standardized testing sucks all the creativity out of your teaching. I don't care what they tell you. Oh no, you can be as creative as you want as long as you teach these things right here. Yeah. That's the opposite of creativity. You're giving me a prescription of what I should and should not be doing. It sucks the creativity out of you, sucks the life out of you. You are completely robbed of passion, and they want you to almost be a robot and do things their way. The personalities of the people that you work with change. I'll give you an example. Last year, when I was taking off as much as I had to in order to take care of my health, my co-workers had a major attitude with me. Major. Why? Because, oh, you're not there for the kids. Now my hair is falling out. I'm losing weight. My skin is completely broken out. But I'm supposed to put kids first because of the what? The state test at the end of the year. And guess what? The kids, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, 68%. They would have done that even if I was there, right? So it standardized testing with all the pressure and all the things that it's tied to creates this bubble of negativity that you can't seem to escape. It comes from the principals, it comes from my coworkers, it comes from the kids and the parents. Because the kids will say, listen, if I can't pass this test, I'm just going to drop out. It's easier for them to pass and get a GED than it is for them to pass the state test sometimes, and they drop out. But again, they don't see it that way. They even call it high stakes testing. Even if the stakes are too high, really, is it worth losing kids and teachers? Doesn't seem to be a problem for them, no matter what. So my suggestion is the same suggestion I've heard before. Controversial, but yeah. I feel like the state legislators, the people that actually make the laws that govern education should be taking these tests. And let's publicize their scores, shall we? But right before election, let's publicize what they make, so we can decide whether or not we want to vote for someone who's just making B's. Just something to think about. My name is Kendria Johnson. I look forward to you coming to my website. Check out my website, iamkendra.com. Thank you for listening.